friendly neighborhood soup lady, Caroline Wright here. I'm going to teach you today one of my favorite newer soups. It's from my sequel cookbook to Soup Club called Seconds. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. It's called Kerali Cauli. It's a southern Indian sort of stew that's made with cauliflower and white sweet potatoes and some really cool spices that if you haven't tried them before, this is a great time to start. So we start with some coconut oil. We finish with some coconut cream. It has some chickpea flour in it to give it some protein, to like make it hearty and stick in your stomach. We make a nice little blended mixture, as is the base of many curries, of onion, garlic, and ginger. There's a bay leaf in there. We finish with some lemon juice, and it has 2 whole heads of cauliflower. We break them down in a cool way, and 2 white sweet potatoes in it. So I'll show you how I break down this cauliflower, because you use the whole thing. So you just remove these like cute little outer leaves, and then I cut it into quarters, and then I keep these cores. I set the cores aside, and I blend it in with the garlic and the onion and the ginger curry base. So there you go. You just do that with the rest of the cauliflower, and then we'll move on to the rest. I'll show you how to make the rest. So now that we've done that little bit of prep with those heads of cauliflower, I blend the cores of the cauliflower up with the garlic and the ginger, and I make the onion, and I make this like sort of applesauce looking puree. I swear it's not applesauce, it's definitely onion. Little smoothie like texture. That goes at the base of the curry. But we start with melting some coconut oil. All right, to this hot coconut oil, we add, these are nigella seeds, which are like onion seeds. They're also called black kalanji seeds, or sometimes black cumin seeds. They have a sort of oregano flavor. I mean, if you can find them, online or at a favorite spice shop that has like Indian spices, I highly recommend that you don't skip them. This is garam masala, which you could also find at an Indian store. It's another mix like a curry, but you use it at the beginning of this recipe. And then there's some ground turmeric in here, which you're probably familiar with. So I'm going to just toss these into this hot oil first and give them a nice, like, quick little toast. And now I'm going to carefully add this onion puree with the cauliflower cores in it. And you'll see it'll kind of thicken. And then to that mixture too, that's when the chickpea flour goes in. I think of this a little bit like a roux, but you just stir it all together. It's okay if there are a few lumps. You saw how I transformed the cauliflower cores, so what we're left with are these like enormous, lovely, chunky florets. I'm gonna go ahead and add those. And our 2 sweet potatoes. You'll notice that these are like kind of humorously large chunks of potato, as are humorously large chunks of cauliflower, but both of these things break down a lot. And I also love having large pieces of vegetables in my soups, because I feel like it's sort of interactive and craveable and cozy to sort of sink your spoon into something. I love that. So I'm going to add this water and then season with salt, as I always do. There we go. So I'm going to bring this to a boil. It actually doesn't need to cook for that long, because the cauliflower and the sweet potato go really fast. They start to break down after about 15 minutes. It's a very fast cooking soup. So I can't wait to finish it with you. All right, so here we are with our soup. That's been simmering. Everything's soft now. So beautiful. And I'm gonna delicately stir in our coconut cream. We add the cream and our lemon juice. It's so delicious. Oh my gosh, guys. Let's see what it needs now. Whether it's more salt or more lemon juice. Very warm. Those nigella seeds, can't beat them. So good. Maybe a little salt and a little more lemon juice. But that really is to taste. So that's where you as the soup cook get to decide. For this one, I also love to serve it like over rice or, with some naan maybe. But it's really lovely to get a nice big chunk of cauliflower and a nice big chunk of potato, which I just like sink my ladle into and break up into large pieces. So lovely. And so I'll just top it with some cashews because that's where I like to add some protein to it. And I think it's a lovely complement. This recipe is from Seconds on page 20. You can only get Seconds, this book, from booklarder.com, a signed copy no less. It's my local bookstore, but I just wanted to keep the Soup Love in Seattle. I do a lot of events with them, and I just love the store. So I hope you'll support them and me by buying this copy and joining me here again next week on soupclubcookbook.com, or follow me on my YouTube channel and subscribe. Can't wait to see you again soon.